What's up? Oh, if this is gonna work or not. No, we'll just hold it. We're we're in the cave state. We're in Missouri. There's the notifications. I'm out here in the wilderness. Don't drop the phone. Don't drop the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sequiota Park here in good old Meth Town, Missouri. The fentanyl zombies live and breathe. Ooh. Can't go in there. This reminds me of the cave in Return of the Jedi. You can't go in there. Then years and years ago, where that hole is, a couple of kids were killed. They got in there too deep and couldn't get out. So they boarded it up. Let's go see the water fountain, shall we? Gotta watch your step. The wife and youngest are out walking the trail. I decided to come out here. Oh, pretty flower. Gotta watch out for the goose poop. Goose poop. There's geese all over the place. Used to be able to come down here and feed them bread and stuff, and now they don't want you doing that. See all the landmines you gotta worry about here? We're on a bridge. Lots of crawdads, I bet, in there. You guys want to see the geese? Okay, watch your step here. Yeah. Yep, there they are. There's even baby geese. Or teenager geese, I guess. They're not complete bubbas. They're teenager geese. They probably don't listen to their parents either. Gotta be careful. Alright, let's go for a small walk, shall we? Despite all the goose poop, it's just not a bad place. I've been going here since I was a teenager. They've made a trail through there. That's where the other half of my family is. I didn't bring my extension selfie stick, whatever the hell you want to call it.
What a toss! Good shot, buddy.
That was good. Didn't have to, but not.
All right. Looks like we found ourselves a nice clean seat here. Been feeling kind of down today. I'm not sure what's going on. Might be related to the fact that I started looking at Facebook again, but I really haven't been on it that much. Basically, been catching up. One of my favorite bands, Crowbar, is playing in Springfield in July, so that's pretty exciting. And one of my good friends is used to be a roadie for them, so might be able to actually get backstage and meet them. I know I've met the singer. Anyways, this is there's an island there. There's fish in there. Can't fish in here though. There was a time where this was all algae, so they've cleaned it up quite a bit. But red chicken is cackling. Yeah. Red chicken's lonely. He's been sitting in a truck that hasn't moved in a while. That guy's a noisy little bugger. Zoom in on him. Little bastard. But yeah, this is Secretariat Park. The perfect day, man. It's not too hot, not too cold. But yeah, I used to get here and the geese would flock to you because you had bread. Now they're kind of over it. Every now and then you get lucky and see some ducks. Really have nothing much to say other than, you know. It was in the cave over there. Here, let me zoom in, see Pat. There's a cave right there. It's in the thumbnail too. There's a big cave and a small cave and another cave that some kids were killed, like, I don't know, back in the 60s. So they don't let you go in that one. And then the other two, they used to let you go in, but there's some weird rare disease that they're trying to keep bats from getting, and so they won't let you have contact. But they used to do tours where you can go in a boat with that cave, and then if you sat in the mouth of the cave at certain times of the year, you could see the bats leaving. It's pretty cool. It was pretty neat. Very sketchy. Don't. That's fine. I've got nothing important to say, so they can do their own version of tweets if they want. Get it? Tweets, social media. One of these days I'd like to explore that island, but there's really no room for a human on there. It's thick brush, and then there's that one. I got my pickup fixed today. $131. It just needed a new coil. So we got that done. So pretty happy about that. I had a pickup truck picked out though to buy. You know, because we live in a disposal society. Instead of getting it fixed, I was ready to replace it or use it as an excuse to replace. Oh wow, I just scared a bunch of fish. Damn fish. I'm looking for some skipping rocks, but there aren't any. It's trash. These people are scum. But, you know, what are you going to do? Finally got my tag for the new truck after having to sit for 5 days. Yeah. Yeah, the IRP, man. I know that's not under your control, but man, it's IRPs. Some states make it more difficult. Missouri is pretty good, but they have a new system this year, so it'll be interesting to see if it complicates the situation. But I'll start in October to make sure I don't have any lapses. Now, all this is new. The trail is new. The caves have always been here, but all this is brand new. But I used to walk my dog as a teenager over here because I used to live right on the other side of that tree line up there when I was a youngin'. My wife's like, where are you going to be at when we get off the trail? And I'm like, not that hard to spot, really. Look for the metalhead wearing a Monomar shirt with a beard down to his navel. More landmines. And then this trail, that trail where that dude's running, this trail goes all the way into the woods there and kind of does a thing, and you can pretty much ride across Springfield safely on your bike on these trails that they got. They're called the Greenway Trails. Something I would have killed for when I was a teenager riding bikes, but now I don't get on very much. Skip your phone? No. LVC's funny. Skip my phone. You know how much these damn things cost? Oh, speaking of which, LVC, these are called trees. Those are clouds. Notice there's no forest fires anywhere to be seen. And it rained recently. So, this is what the rest of the world looks like, LVC. I like exploring the woods at night. I'm sure you do, CPAP. I'm sure you do. Now, these things are pretty cool. So these are floating. They're trying to like revive the grasslands, right? So they got plastic bottles that are lifting them up, and the vegetation kind of eliminates a lot of the pond scum, right? The algae. And that's something new. This pond used to be nothing but algae, but then they put the islands in, and I mean, it used to really stink out here. And yeah, they've cleaned it up quite a bit, so it's pretty impressive. Now, when you move to a place like this from the desert, it's kind of a shock. I hated this place when I first moved here. No, there's no alligators. It gets too cold for alligators around here. Now, if we were in the bayou, absolutely. Standing, man, you know, I wish I had an avocado orchard. You win. It's not quite mosquito season yet, but it'll get there. A lot of families do their family photos here. A lot of couples do their wedding photos here. You know, a lot of seniors do their high school pictures here, their senior photos here. It's one of the better parks here in Springfield. It hasn't quite been run down by the fentanyl zombies and the homeless. Now we know why there's an avocado shortage. LVC has hoarding them all. Well, you know, you can't rely on the government to save us with the avocado shortage, right? You know, I've increasingly noticing, I'm horrible with English, but I'm noticing an increasingly amount of of real food, the shortage of it. Like, you know, no one's talking about a macaroni shortage, right? No one's talking about the shortage of, you know, sugar, are they? And, real meat is through the roof, price-wise. You know, they're trying to starve out the small farmer. But yet, man, they're pushing that dog food, that fake meat stuff. They're pushing that. There's no shortage of whatever that crap, Beyond Burgers. There's no shortage of Beyond Chicken. There's no shortage of that, but there's a shortage of real chicken. And then I read something today that BlackRock, or whatever it's called, they own a huge part of Union Pacific, which is putting the damper on pilots' death. You know, kill the supply chain, you kill the economy, then you can reset, start new, right? But if you talk about stuff like that, you're a conspiracy theorist, right? It is. There's some grilling areas there. I've gone to birthday parties this way. Ain't no shortage of cattle and chickens in my fields, right, Orion?
You weren't supposed to agree.
Why do people want something that tastes like meat when you can just eat meat? I know, it's dumb. Like, okay, I know you're vegan, but you hate being a vegan, so you miss meat, so we're gonna make up stuff that's made in a biolab for your pets. And then now you don't have to miss meat anymore, so we can continue to poison you and manipulate you to your food, get to your mind and soul. Yeah, I said it. Between our diet and TikTok, man. That's why we're going to hell in a handbasket. But you know what? Things were screwed up into. You had World War I. You had the Spanish flu. You had the Dust Bowl. You know, you probably thought that the world was ending. I mean, you had millions upon millions upon millions of people dying because of the war, because of famine, because of disease. It's part of the cycles, the turnings, right? And we're entering another fourth turning. Orion, that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. Going to the local farmer. Screw these big conglomerates that don't care about my soul. They don't care about, they want to make me feel guilty for what I look like, if you get my drift. No TikTok, Jason. No TikTok. Yep. Well, that's why I'm out here, Ryan. I had to get out of the house. It was a light day in dispatch. One driver's still waiting to get his truck fixed, and the other one's working his butt off, making good money. And the other two that I was dispatched, they've left the smut market. So anybody wants some dispatching help? You know, rigrunnerlogistics.com, right? You'll join the Amish, you'll be okay. Diet, TikTok, and diesel prices, it's all a downward spiral. That's true, Tennessee. You should call me sometime, Tennessee. I'm curious to know what you're doing. See how things are going for you. What I need is a fishing pole, but you're not allowed to fish here. Here. Yeah. We'll go visit the signs. There you go. No fishing. Do not feed water fowl. And then there's a little cute little duckling or geeslings or whatever the hell they're called, and you know, talking about how cute they are. Don't feed them human food. That's what it says. People food also makes us aggressive towards humans. Bread, popcorn, French fries, and other people food makes us ill. People food does not contain the right nutrition we need, and it makes us susceptible to diseases. Okay, so if people food isn't good for these guys, you think it's good for us? Seriously, how many times have you heard that? Don't feed your animals people food, right? Because they know if you give geese macaroni and cheese, they're gonna freaking die, right? Why does that not ring an alarm with common sense for people? You know? Take better care of ducks. What's your price to jump in the lake, LVC? Yeah, we're not doing that. Mainly because my wife, number one, would be like, what the hell's your problem? Then I'd have to be smelling like that scummy water and get in the van, which would not be cool. So yeah, I'm not hurting for cash, so I'm not going to do anything desperately stupid. So we're okay. And even if I was, there's an easier way to make whatever money, you know, one might throw in there. Tennessee, I hope you're being sarcastic, but it's true. Think about that. Don't, you know, there's a YouTuber named Butter Bob, right? And he talked about this study that was done on animals, like these dogs, domesticated and wild, and cats too.
I thought they got you with this. No.
And the animals that were left grain and processed human processed dog food or cat food or whatever, they became overweight. But as they basically they messed with their diets and everything, and they were able to self-regulate. The only animals that could not self-regulate were the ones that were eating the processed food. And so if you think about what's happening to our country with obesity and health and and mental illness. It's all tied in, right? So if people food is bad for animals, well, guess what? I hate to inform you, but we're animals. Yes, are we separate from animals? Yeah, but we're still animals. We're still living organisms. Don't believe me? Look at a truck stop. Look at your neighbor. Look at movies from 40 years ago. Look at news footage from 40 years ago. You can't tell me that's a caloric difference. That is a metabolic hormonal difference, right? I'm in a van down by the river. I didn't think about that, Tennessee, but yeah, actually I am. I'm near the van. $20, $20. I knew someone would probably bust that joke out. Make sure you CPAP. Make sure you have your heads down. Oh man, classic times, right? I feed my dog liver, most nutritionally dense food, and loves it. Northeast rates mom today, I noticed. Really, Sean? The Southeast is where it's at, people. Volume and rates. I've even been able to acquire a couple extra, some decent rates coming out of the west, out of Arizona. I was really shocked. Not having to fight for rates I'm asking as much as I was like a month ago. And fuel's dropped a little bit. So there's light sometimes at the end of the tunnel, and you don't know if it's light at the end of the tunnel or if it's an oncoming train. But either way, it's light regardless. You just got to keep on keeping on, man. I've been warning you people for the storm for the last 2 years. It's here. We're dealing with it. It may get worse. It may get better. Yes, sarcastic, not good for ducks, mysteriously okay for humans. Right? Shannon, good evening. I almost say good morning. Mr. Charles, good evening. Ryan, you're gross. Let's see. North Carolina looks good right now coming out. Yes. You can make a career going from Missouri to North Carolina and back. Oh, there's the youngest and the wife. Where are they at? Oh, they're hiding in the woods like Sasquatch. They'll go to the light. It's a huge bug zapper, right? It's a gorilla with a flashlight. You're not talking about Gorilla Dave, are you? I would hate to meet that dude in a flashlight in a cave. But, yeah, there they are. Let's see. Yeah, there's my wife and youngest spawn right there. If you know the lanes, you'll be fine, right, CPAP? I'm telling you, here's the thing, man. And I'm going to end this here soon. Equipment is going to be your enemy. Parts is going to be your enemy. We have a truck down right now with no one around him, and his DEF pump is out. I know several people have been down for a couple of months for parts. That's what's going to get you, right? That's what's going to get most people right now. Surviving down rates is temporary, but if you can't run your truck, you can't run your truck. And I'm afraid there's more people that are going to go out. But you know what? Life goes on. Years ago, this was just a scum pond with angry geese eating bread and carbs. Now it's a beautiful land of, well, trees and fish and happy geese that aren't attacking humans because they're not devouring the carbolicious. There you go. There you go, Chucky. Yep. Yeah, you gotta watch. Fuel thefts are on the rise. Parts thefts are on the rise. So I'm glad I parked my truck at home. Because, people are stealing diesel. But anyways. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.